Hello, everyone. My name is Deborah Harlow, and I'm part of the Wells International Foundation team. And I'm excited to introduce you today to one of our L Cubed Alliance Charter Ambassadors, and that is Erma. Erma, thank you so much for sharing your time with us today. I'm really excited for the community to get to know you better. And so a couple questions. The first one being, if you could share a little bit about your background and experience and how you feel that aligns with what the vision and mission of the L Cubed Alliance is.
Well, let me start by saying that it's great to greet you from Paris, where I live. I actually am president of an international consulting firm that I started after I retired from the United Nations. I'll give you a little bit of my background and then tell you a bit about what we do now. I initially started out in academia. I was a university professor. And then I realized I liked the feel and practice more than I liked talking about theory about practice and the feel. So I left that and I moved to West Africa, to Mali, where my husband had a position and I worked as a consultant for a number of years. And then we moved back to France. And from France, I joined the UNICEF in New York headquarters. I spent about 5 years there. Then I went to India, where I was the deputy representative for the country office, which is one of the largest ones for the organization. And after that assignment, I went to Cairo, Egypt, where I was actually the country representative for the organization. And subsequently, after I retired, I worked in Sudan as an acting representative. I worked during the Ebola outbreak in West Africa, coordinating kind of community engagement activities for a number of the UN agencies. So I've had a long career with the UN, but then I decided once I was out of the organization, I couldn't sit still. So I created an organization. It's a small consulting firm. There are about 20 core people that work with me, and we have on our network approximately 75 professionals on all aspects, from health to education to nutrition. And we take on different consulting contracts with either UN agencies, international non-governmental organizations.
Beautiful. Well, definitely you're fully aligned with the vision and the mission of the L Cubed Alliance. So I love it. You bring so much to the table. So the next question for you is, what does it mean for you to be a charter ambassador? What does that title mean to you?
For me, it means that I have an opportunity to interact with, guide, and learn from other women who are professional women, who are professional leaders. I think one of the things that I remember experiencing when I was working in the UN was oftentimes women leaders did not network with each other. They did not really, we would see the men do all kinds of things, but the women tended to take on their experiences as individuals alone, having to navigate some of the craziness. And I think being a charter ambassador means that I can help be a part of and sustain a network of professional women who can exchange, where people can come and share things that are not only working for them, but things that are not working for them, to get advice, to get suggestions, to get, have you gone through this? How did you handle it? I think we don't do that as much as we could with each other. And I think as a charter ambassador, it's contributing to that sense of community, that sense of this is a safe place to lay your burden down and talk about things that concern you. And it's okay to do that here, because there's this wealth of support for you as you go back and have to deal with whatever you have to deal with in your own work life and personal life, because the two sometimes merge.
Yes. Well, I love it. I know that not only with the L Cubed Alliance, but as part of the WIF community, we really have taken on the mantle of redefining community. What does it mean to be in true unity by coming together, by creating that safety where no matter what is going on, you don't have to wear a mask, you don't have to hide what's going on. You can, in full transparency, show up and be supported. And that is incredibly unique and absolutely essential to living a life that is a living legacy, creating change. You have to be able to have that.
Well, I agree with you. And I think when I was going through my career and developing as a manager and a leader, most of the role models that I had were men.
Mhm.
I had several women who helped me, but if I'm honest with myself, the majority that I had were men. And I think as a charter ambassador, it gives us an opportunity to help role model for other women. What are the potential options available to you? There's no one way that's correct, but at least we can be that to say, well, this model might work for you or that model might work for you. So I think that's really important. And I think for young professional women, especially people in their first time positions as leaders, I think it is really an important time to be able to talk to other women who may have experienced similar kinds of things and learn and hear from them how they navigated that.
Yeah.
What are some of the pitfalls that one can, or obstacles that one can run into that they don't look initially like they're going to be an issue, but in fact, they can be in the background causing havoc.
Yes.
So it's the role modeling.
Yes. Perspective, and you don't know what you don't know.
Yes,
So it's
yes,
essential to have a guide, 100%.
definitely,
I
definitely.
love that. Next question for you is, what are you most excited about for the women of the L Cubed Alliance membership program?
I think it's the fact that we will have access to different perspectives, different walks of life, different professions. I think that's the beauty of L3 Alliance. Yes, women are leaders or new leaders or old leaders like me, but it's the different perspectives of that leadership, the different experiences with that leadership to say, what is it we can share with each other that reinforces all of us?
I love
So
that.
I've been in leadership positions for 20 plus years, but I feel that I'm always learning. I can learn from somebody else. I can see there's a way, could I have done it another way? And I think it's that quest to always improve oneself, to always aspire to something more than what we are and who we are at this point in time.
That's beautiful. If you're living, you're learning. You're enjoying the
Definitely,
journey.
definitely, definitely,
Oh, I love
definitely.
that. So our last question for you here today is, what do you hope to gain or exceed or receive from the experience?
I hope to learn how other women are navigating all the all the noise around us today. I think we have so much information. We're bombarded by what we see on social media. We're bombarded by other things. There's so many things that are priorities. How I want to learn how people are navigating all of that. I think younger women are doing things that I probably only dream of doing. And I want to understand that better. What is that? How does one do that? What is one thinking about? So yes, I think I have something to share, but I think I have probably even more to learn.
Mm, I love that. I love the journey of being able to learn from all individuals, from all age groups, because
Mhm.
there's a lived experience that is rich coming from the eyes of that person. And so
Exactly.
that's exactly what we glean when we're in these relationships and in these containers.
Well, and I think that's why with L3 Alliance, when I had an opportunity to be a charter ambassador, I said, yes, I want to do this. From the opportunities that I've had with the L3 Alliance, I could see the value of it. I could see how it was almost like getting your dose of drugs. You could go out and be, all right, I can take it on. And I think sometimes we do so much as women, especially women in leadership positions. Sometimes you just want to take the cape off and just rest for a minute.
Mm,
You can put it back on, but you rest for a minute. And I think that's what L3 Alliance allows for. They
mm,
say we're all brilliant doing this and that and that, but okay, we can rest. We can
yes.
take it off and say, I need a break.
Hmm.
And then we can put it back on, energized, ready to do it again. I think that to me is what L3 Alliance is about.
I love that. As Monique says, that it's a safe place to exhale.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think we don't allow ourselves to do that. We're so busy trying to get things a certain way, we forget to take care of ourselves.
Yes.
And I think L3 Alliance helps us remember that's an important part of being a leader. That's an important part of being a leader. If you don't take care of yourself, how can you take care of and lead, guide others?
Yes.
Because they're watching you. So if you're not doing it, we talk the right things, but we don't live it, and everybody is observing it. So they know what's important is what you actually do, not what you said.
Yes, exactly. From parenting to management to leadership to legacy.
Exactly.
It's not do as I say. Everybody always says do as I say, not as I do. No, we need to be a full embodied,
Of the
practiced development of how we want to live in our lives so others can see it modeled.
right.
Exactly.
Because they're learning from us.
Yes.
So if we're not doing it, we're sending a mixed message. And I think people are very astute at interpreting and picking up when something's a mixed message and saying, oh, this is what's really important. They said this because of A, B, C, and D, but that's really important.
Yeah, we walk the talk here.
Yes, exactly.
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 Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Well, I am just over the moon, excited and delighted that you are part of the L Cubed Alliance Charter Ambassador community. We have some phenomenal women who are
Yes, we
here
do. We do.
to guide this stellar experience. And I can't wait for the future L Cubed Alliance members to come in and get to know you as well. So thank you for your time today, Erma,
Sure.
and thank you for your service in the community.
Well, thank you for the interview.